Make money with less efforts. How is it possible? Because to make money you have to work hard day and night. This our forefathers used to say every time, and we have been working day and night to make money. But that is working hard and not working smart. To earn money you have to work hard, but to make money you have to work smart. And if you work smartly, you can still earn money on regular basis, besides your job or business, whatever you are doing. And this is a topic how you can earn passive income regularly. So take out your notepad, pen and paper and stay till the end. So let's move on. Hi friends, I am Deepak Kumar Knodia from Money Niveshak. I am SEBI research analyst and this postcard is only for educational purpose. Imagine waking up in the morning and going about your daily routine, making a cup of coffee, catching up on the latest news and checking your bank account. Now imagine that when you check your bank account, you see a deposit and it isn't from your typical full-time job. What a feeling knowing money is coming directly to your account, yet you didn't have to lift a finger to earn it. That's passive income. First, we will know what is passive income. It is that income where one can make money with less efforts. That is, your active presence is not required, but you are still making money. You are sleeping and money is working for you. So here money works for you rather you are working for money. It's not about earning money here. It's already assumed you have done your active job or business, as that is the priority. But making money from other sources is one of the key to remove the money problems in your life. So here are the 6 ways you can earn passive income. So first is buying dividend paying companies. So buy companies which pay dividends. And what are dividends? Dividends are the amount of money the company management gives to its shareholders from its profits if they don't find any other way to deploy the money. So go with blue chip companies, because these companies are already saturated because they provide only the nominal growth as compared to the mid cap and small cap companies. And the mid cap and small cap companies give less dividends as compared to the blue chip companies. And if dividends come into your bank account, either you can use that money or you can reinvest that amount and buy the shares of that blue chip stocks. And you can do it on a monthly basis. So it's a snowball effect. And earning dividends is one thing, but select those blue chip companies that don't lose on the appreciation part. You are buying the dividend paying companies, but the stock price is not moving up, rather it's going down. So you have to look at the history of the dividend paying companies and invest in those blue chip companies which are paying consistent dividends in the last 10 to 15 years. So you have to scrutinize those companies. And moreover, the dividend incomes are tax free. Second is mutual funds. Mutual funds pool money from investors like you and me and invest in stocks, bonds and short-term debts. Mutual funds help you stay diversified in various companies and they are managed by the fund manager. Some funds are known for investing in companies that pay regular dividends. Dividends can either be reinvested just like stocks, or you can purchase more shares of a mutual fund or sent to your bank account to be used to supplement your income. Depending on the mutual fund, the dividends can be sent monthly or quarterly or annually and can vary upon the mutual fund you select. If you need additional income to help towards your monthly cash flow, having dividends sent to your bank account may be the right option for you. If you do not need the monthly income and cash on hand, you can reinvest that amount as it increases your portfolio over time if the fund value increases. So there are many types of mutual funds: debt funds, liquid funds, multi-cap funds, equity-oriented funds, sectoral or index funds. So one can invest in the mutual funds upon his or her risk profile. Third is rental income. Many of us must be owning the property. They are owning the property in the form of second home, owning the shop in a malls, or owning any standalone shop. So one can benefit from the rental income one can incur and the appreciation which is there in the property. But real estate requires huge investments. It also requires the time and energies going in selecting the right property. If it's not a strategic decision of timing, location and the type of property you are investing in, then returns can falter. Also, the real estate is not much liquid, as selling the real estate is too time consuming and in downturn it can extend to a longer period of time. As many of us don't have large sum of money, whether one is in job or business, and some can invest and some cannot according to the stage of job or business they are in. So there is another instrument called REITs, that is Real Estate Investment Trust. A real estate investment trust functions in a similar way to the mutual funds and offers you an easy way to invest in real estate. REITs allow individual investors to make money on real estate without having to own or finance or manage the physical properties. So whatever income they generate in form of rentals are paid out to the shareholders in form of dividends. Minimum amount is rupees 50,000 or lot of 100 units are there. Whichever is a higher ticket amount you have to invest in. But still it's a very less amount as compared to the physical property you are investing in. And these REITs also appreciate and gives higher dividends as well as they are liquid and they are listed in the stock exchange. Only drawback is that there is no tax advantage as compared to direct investing in real estate. And you have to rely on the expertise of the manager one is into. As these REITs are just coming on in India. Kotak has recently launched Kotak International REIT Fund of Fund. We have already 3 REITs listed in the Indian Stock Exchange. Embassy Office Park REIT, Mindspace Business Park REIT and Brookfield India Real Estate Trust. They are already listed in the Indian Stock Exchange, you can check it out. Fourth is fixed income. So we have bank FDs which give you interest rate of around 7 to 8% and they are taxable in the hands of investors. Then we have savings which here interest ranges from 2 to 3% in the bank which you maintain. And then we have provident fund. If you are an employee, then employers give you the option for the provident fund where interest is around 8.5% and you can compound your money if you are in that company for a longer period of time. And then we have another instrument called public provident fund. Here the interest is around 7 to 7.5%. Here the interest is exempt and you have to invest for at least 15 years. And if you want to extend, you can extend up to 5 years if you want to. And whatever corpus you attend after 15 years that is tax exempt. And then we have Sukanya Samriddhi account. If you have a daughter, then you can invest the amount in her name and you can earn 8% interest into that. So this all comes into the fixed income. Now we have another passive income which is called e-assets. That's a new form of passive income. E-assets means digital assets. Or you can say that you can create e-books from it or audio books or even create a course. So let's take e-books. Digital is the future as most of the people are moving from hard cover to PDF and buying Apple books and Kindle books to read. So one can create e-books and sell them. So this is one form of passive income. Also you can create audio books in different languages, package them and sell them. Because one wants to listen the books in an audio form also. On the way they listen, even when they travel, they want to listen to the audiobooks. No one wants to carry the books. And also you can create a course and sell them online. I'm talking about the digital course. It means in the form of e-learning what you can do. You can create a course of your expertise and sell them online. Here your knowledge and skill is required. No other source is required. Sharpen your skill and then use that skill to get more value for the price you receive. Just you require computer and internet. No employees, no office, no assets. You can operate it from anywhere in the world. You can operate it from your home, from India, from Australia, from the US. You can operate it from anywhere. You just require the laptop and the internet. You just have to choose your course topic or niche very carefully. It will be need to one where you have expert knowledge of that subject matter. The topic potential here is also unlimited. You can produce online courses on how to start a new business, how to start a photography business, how to free from debt, parenting your child, how to start a food business, be a fitness trainer, you name it and you can create a course. The last is you can earn passive income is through affiliate marketing. In an affiliate marketing program, you earn income by promoting other people's products and services. Common ways to promote affiliate income program includes display ads such as banners, links and content. Several affiliate programs in India allow you to earn every time a sale happens through the affiliate link which you provide on your website or a blog, like Amazon does, and you can be a affiliate program for these platforms and you can earn money if anyone buys any product from your affiliate link. If you have a website, all you have to do is just sign up for an affiliate or referral program given on their websites. By creating an account, you can create a content about the products available on Amazon or Flipkart and make money from it. Because many people in India are buying the products from Amazon and Flipkart. So you get paid every time someone makes a purchase from your affiliate link. So think all these ways you can generate your passive income, as today everyone wants to enjoy the high standard of living, and for that another source of income is required. So these are the 6 sources of income where you can explore upon. It's fine to have some active investments, the kind you manage on a day-to-day basis. That may include picking your own stocks or companies, investing in startups, or investing in pure real estate. But if you have acquired any amount of investment capital, the bulk of it should be invested in this kind of passive streams of income that will leave you free to do whatever you want to do in life. They generate income very silently, but it allows your wealth to grow while you are busy doing other things, even sleeping. So here are the 6 ways which I have told you can generate passive income for you and your family. Hope you like this podcast. Keep catching me here for more of my podcast. If you like this podcast, then subscribe to this channel and also join Facebook group and Telegram group and YouTube channel given in the link below. Happy investing.